I'm pleased to welcome President Hu back to the United States. I've been looking forward to this meeting. We've got a lot to discuss.
非常高兴欢迎副主席再到美国来，我很期待这几个会谈，我们有许多事情要进行讨论。
We will, of course, discuss areas of interest like economic matters. We will discuss North Korea and Iran. I look forward to the discussion about making sure we work together to deal with a potential pandemic and avian flu.
我们当然会讨论双方感兴趣的问题，包括经济事务，还会就北朝鲜和伊朗的问题进行讨论。另外，我很期待这讨论怎么样共同努力来防止发生这个禽流感这个流行病。
We will talk about. I will bring up human rights.
我还准备提人权。
Most importantly, I view this visit as an opportunity to continue a dialogue in dealing with a very important relationship for the United States and the world.
最重要，我期待着这个机会能够进行这个对话，这对美国以及对整个世界来讲是一个非常重要的关系。
So I welcome you, Mr. President.
欢迎主席先生。
很高兴在纽约和布什总统会晤。首先，我要代表中国政府和人民，对美国南部一些州遭受卡特里娜飓风的袭击造成的人员伤亡和财产损失，再一次向美国政府和人民表示深切的同情和慰问。
I'm very pleased to have this opportunity to meet with President Bush in New York. To begin with, I would like to extend on behalf of the Chinese government and the Chinese people our deepest sympathy to the American government and people for the human loss and property loss inflicted by Hurricane Katrina in the southern American states.
Thank you.
衷心祝愿美国灾区人民早日战胜灾害，重建美好家园。
May the American people overcome the disaster and rebuild their beautiful homes at an early date.
当前中美关系总体发展良好，双方保持了密切的联系与沟通，在反恐、防扩散、联合国事务、亚太事务以及全球及地区经济增长等重要领域和问题上，都进行了富有成效的协调与合作。
As things stand now, the China-US relationship, on the whole, has been developing quite well. The two sides have stayed in close touch and communication, and the two sides have also enjoyed effective coordination and cooperation in a wide range of important areas and on a number of important issues, including counterterrorism, non-proliferation, affairs related to the United Nations, Asia-Pacific affairs, as well as boosting global and regional economic growth.
事实证明啊，一个健康、稳定发展的中美关系，符合中美两国人民的利益，也有利于世界的和平、稳定与发展。
Facts have proven that a sound and steadily growing China-US relationship not only serves the interests of our two peoples, but also contributes to peace, stability, and development in the world.
经贸关系啊，是两国关系的重要组成部分，也是推动双边关系发展的重要动力。
Our economic relationship and trade is not only an important component of our bilateral relationship as a whole, but also represents a major driving force behind the furtherance of this relationship.
应该肯定啊，互利双赢啊是中美经贸关系的主流，但是由于中美贸易啊发展快、规模大，存在一些摩擦啊，也在所难免。
We need to see the fact that mutually beneficial and win-win cooperation is the mainstream of our relationship. At the same time, there's no denial that as our bilateral trade develops so fast and to such a large scale, it is inevitable that we may have some frictions.
在这里啊，我想强调的一点啊，就是中方不谋求对美贸易的巨额顺差，我们愿意和美方一道，采取契实措施，扩大从美的进口，努力在双边经贸的发展中逐步解决啊贸易不平衡的问题。
What I would like to stress here is that China does not pursue a huge trade surplus in its trade with the United States, and we're willing to work with the United States to take effective measures to increase China's import from the United States and work hard to gradually address the trade imbalances in the two-way trade in the further expansion of our trading ties and economic cooperation.
中方还将加强保护知识产权的工作，加大打击各种形式侵权行为的力度，保护包括美国在内的世界各国知识产权权利人的合法权益。
At the same time, China will continue to step up its efforts to protect intellectual properties, and will certainly enhance our efforts in fighting all kinds of violations in this regard, and we are going to protect the legitimate rights and interests of all international intellectual property rights owners, including those in the United States.
妥善解决台湾问题是中美关系健康稳定发展的关键。
The proper handling of the Taiwan question holds the key to the sound and the steady growth of the China-U.S. relationship.
我赞赏布什总统多次表示的坚持一个中国政策，遵守中美3个联合公报，反对台独的立场。
President Bush has on various occasions stated his commitment to the One China policy, the 3 Sino-U.S. joint communiques, and opposition to so-called Taiwan independence, which I highly appreciate.
希望美方和我们一道，为维护台海和平稳定、反对台独做出积极努力。
I hope that the United States will join the Chinese side in safeguarding peace and stability across the Taiwan Straits and opposing so-called Taiwan independence.
我们一贯主张实现朝鲜半岛的无核化，坚持通过对话和平解决朝鲜半岛的核问题，维护朝鲜半岛和东北亚的和平与稳定。
We have always stood for a nuclear weapon-free Korean Peninsula, stood for a peaceful solution to the nuclear issue through dialogue, and stood for peace and stability on the Korean Peninsula and in Northeast Asia as a whole.
我们愿意和美方加强磋商与合作，努力推动第4轮6方会谈第2阶段会议取得新的进展。
We stand ready to step up our communication and cooperation with the United States so that we can facilitate fresh progress in the second section of the 4th round of the 6-party talks.
总之，我愿意和布什总统一道全面推动中美建设性合作关系的发展。
In short, I stand ready to work together with President Bush to comprehensively move forward the constructive and cooperative relationship between our 2 countries.
很抱歉，我讲的多了一点。
I'm sorry for taking too much of your time.
Thank you. Thank you.